Hello ladies and gentlemen, Captain Check here, and welcome back to my ongoing coverage of the verse. Let's talk about Squadron 42. It's a single-player, story-driven campaign of Star Citizen, and it's set to be one hell of a science fiction story. The big news for the man himself, Chris Roberts, is that this epic story is going to be a three-parter. Yep, Squadron 42 is going to be a trilogy. So here's what we know so far about the campaign. Squadron 42's three-part story will continue to develop alongside the Persistent Universe, with the first chapter releasing late 2015. The campaign will serve as an introduction to the Star Citizen universe's lore, characters, background, and really set the tone for the universe at large. If you're a fan of Wing Commander, then you're probably gonna flip your shit at this one. Episode 1, which is coming out later this year, will contain an estimated 70 Wing Commander-style missions, but with a twist. In Wing Commander, you'd start off on your ship chatting with people, and then you'd go off on your missions in space, and you'd come back and chat at more people between missions, and then you'd do it again. Squadron 42 is being built a little differently. Missions could start you off in space, and then have you land and fight on a planet or on another ship, and then have you running off chasing a pirate or jumping into another ship, going back into space, and so on. There are around 20 of these chapters in every episode, and Roberts is estimating about a 20-hour campaign per episode for the 3 episodes, holding each one to the quality level of a AAA game. So what does that mean? Well, Star Citizen, for those that don't know, is being developed with more than just space combat in mind. The game is being made in CryEngine, which traditionally is an FPS engine. RSI is taking advantage of this and allowing players to not only walk around inside their ships, that we've already seen, but they're promising first-person shooter combat in the game. With a unique style. They've already shown zero-G combat, they've shown high-tech items in use, and they've said their inspiration is coming from a mix of Battlefield, Arma 3, and Rainbow Six. So you can expect a different type of respawn system. They're not gonna have that instant respawn die, instant respawn die. There's gonna be a little bit of weight to death in this game. It sounds like he wants the fluidity of Battlefield's gunplay with the tactics of a Rainbow Six game. So we can expect the campaign to have epic dogfights one moment, and then landing your ship, jumping out, and popping off rounds with your hand cannon the next. Of course, this opens up quite a few interesting story possibilities, and it's hard not to think of Han Solo running from stormtroopers, jumping into the Falcon, and blasting off a planet, only to be met with another battle in orbit evading Star Destroyers. This kind of game engine capability really hasn't been seen before in a AAA game. Well, in any game, actually, for that matter. Star Wars Galaxies, maybe, but then the ships weren't actually rendered on the ground, so not so much. Squadron 42 is promising to be our introduction to the world of Star Citizen, and I can't wait to see who the awesome cast is. That's what Chris Roberts keeps mentioning, and he said it quite a few times. Who would you guys like to see as a voice actor or even mocapped into the game? My top picks, I'd love to see Michael Ironside in, well, anything, that voice, right? And then Michael Hogan from Battlestar Galactica. He's the same guy that played Doc Mitchell in Fallout New Vegas, and a whole bunch of other characters. He's been Mass Effect, you name it. Really, anybody from a big sci-fi series. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more Star Citizen coverage, or come on over to my channel, The XP Gamers, where I cover all things sci-fi and modding goodness. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.